Guys, I'm gonna make it real easy on you. I know when I buy a new computer, I buy one every 10 years, so I'm gonna give you the best idea that I can. If you're a Mac user, you're gonna buy a computer every it'll be 5 to 7 years. Is usually what it goes for when the processor become obsolete according to Mac. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. But anyways, I'm gonna make it real easy on you guys. Whenever you guys are looking to buy a new computer and you're starting to think about future proofing it and stuff down the road, so it doesn't come obsolete and it's not so slow when you get down the road. Best deal you can get right now, as of July 3rd on 2025, it will be Little Mac Mini. If you stand at the end, I'm going to tell you exactly where you can get it for $499 or $500, which is the best deal you can find out there. Unless unless you got education pricing, but that's another deal of itself. And I could tell you how you can get that thing to perform real stellar, and you can set yourself up to have to be more capable and to have more so you can make it work a lot better actually. And it's a phenomenal, it's a real, Apple knocked it out of the park when they made this thing. And when they updated the memory to 60 gigabytes of RAM, they made it real usable. When it was 8 gigs and I kept buying I actually went by and buy the M1, but the memory, it's the RAM was the weak point of everything pretty much. I mean, when they changed the game when they went up to releasing the M series, the M series Max with the M1 and Apple Silicon. They really change the game, kind of like what I don't know, some of you guys are gonna remember this, but kind of like when Apple did with the G series processors, which that was, I'm kind of dating myself there, but anyway, so they went back to Intel, and then they started doing processors like that, and then they came out with a new architecture with M1, but that's a totally different story. I'm gonna get right to the point. Is you want to get one of this and the best drive. I mean, I have bought a couple of different drives. They are workable and stuff, like these things, and and you can even get an external with the M2, and that's literally actually what I did to make it actually transfer the files or make it work even better actually than the internal one, which is crazy. When you think about, even my first computer only had 2 gigabytes of 2 gigabytes of hard disk drive, and I think a couple of megabytes of RAM. But anyways, that's another story. That's a long story. If you guys wanna hear about it, just go ahead and write it below, and I kind of I kind of tell you about it. But that's a long story, and you guys, I don't think you want to hear all that. But anyways, that's what the case will be. Is what I would do is I will buy this OWC, and I make the video. I'll make the other video on it and kind of give you guys a little bit of speed test and stuff. But that, if you're just trying to get you don't have to do all of that research and stuff. I kind of spent the last month or so, trying to figure out exactly how can I make it work better and make it more user where you're not running out of space all the time, because that's the main thing. 256 is just not enough. Once you get, for most people it would work, but if you're trying to do a little bit more, because that is a very capable computer, is a very capable machine, and you can get a lot more out of it with just a couple of little more accessories. So you don't have to go overboard. A terabyte of extra memory, or even 2 terabytes, which you can buy a stick for $70 and buy an enclosure even down to $50-$60. You can get down that low, but you know, depending on what you're trying to do. Um, but you can get some real good speeds, especially if you pick the OWC. And I have never tried none of their products. I've seen them. They've been um, you know, in the computer industry for a while actually. And I'm gonna date myself. I used to work for Fry's Electronics up in Manhattan Beach, California. That was that's when I got out of high school. So I got really involved in technology stuff, and that was actually pretty. It was interesting to me. That's before I even became a truck driver. And I do got another YouTube channel, but yeah, like even I drive those things now. That's what I do. But that was kind of my passion when I first came to the U.S. and started going to high school and stuff. But anyways, um, if you guys are just trying to do you can research and go to this and go to that. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm gonna save you a whole bunch of time and just get that thing. It's $119. Well, $109 if you get it from Micro Center. Best Buy is usually. What says the Best Buy they have them? No. Amazon got them for like 119. If you have a, if you have a Micro Center near you, I live in Georgia now, so it's actually kind of like Fry's in a sense. But anyways, um, just pair that with one of like 120 bucks worth of your SSD. You can even buy those at Walmart with the read write speeds of 1500. You can have a very nice machine for that amount. And if you waited until this point, I might as well tell you, you can get the Mac Mini for 569. I believe it's 579 in Costco, and sometimes like I did, it went on sale for around Father's Day. It became on sale to 499 or 500 bucks pretty much, and I bought it then. Man, I was so glad I did it. I got it for 500 bucks, which that was the best best price that you can find around. And also, so I put it right back into having a more premium enclosure, because that will make a difference. And also, like that, I have it paired up with it, and man, I'm telling you, I'm so glad that works real good together. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And if you have any more questions, leave them below. Like and subscribe. Up here, doing a new channel that's just more towards the tech, stuff, and kind of more of a feel of like what is like living in Georgia. I'm California boy. I grew up there in LA, so got a little bit of mixture things with even cool older trucks. So man, I'm just rambling now, but yeah, if you guys want to know, see more of that, subscribe and thumbs up if you like this kind of info, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, have a good day.